да, не так близько, заглушити. Alright. Oh, hey, A&A Professional Services. Let me just pull the van forward a little bit so I can. Yeah, sorry, it's kind of dark already. It's like, let me see here. Yeah, it's 7:23 actually right now. I don't know if I should wait a little more for people to show up. I don't know if there's gonna be more or not. But let's see. Like, this is my pressure washer reel right here, right? And we custom built this, so we put a motor, and it's all electric, and I set it up on an actual remote right here. So switches, okay, and then I also did a vacuum reel as well, and you can see right there. Sorry, I'm kind of struggling over here because it's in a very tight spot. It's connected directly to the vacuum reel. So, oh man, sorry, kind of unprepared. Let me just pull this buckets off. Okay, so let's see. So when I pull this out, okay, this is about 60 feet vacuum hose, right? So if I want to just pull out about this much, I can leave it at that because it's already, because the vacuumer is already connected to the hose reel. So if I put the power on, it will have instant suction. I don't have to take it out all the way on the hose and connect it to the vacuum reel. So, but now, here's the other thing. Let me see if I can ask my dad to film, because it's kind of hard for me doing this by myself. Okay, so, I don't know. Okay, hold on just 1 second. Oh wait, where'd he go? Tatu! Dot! Hold on. Dad! Is he in the office? Oh! Okay, to chodíte. No, my dad's still here. Okay. So yeah, hold on guys. Просто тримайте і скажете мені, чи все видно. Не все чую, так що тихо. Окей, сюди. Можете на мене повертати. Як я хочу, можете на мене повертати. Alright, so I don't know how many are you watching right now, but so I'm just gonna put on the power so I can actually demonstrate the vacuumer hose. This is all on battery. The reels are all on batteries. So I just created a charging system that's set up for the battery right here for this pressure washer reel, and then I have a battery for that vacuum reel inside the box over there. So it just charges that every time I pull up to a shop. I plug it in, it'll charge it. So let me pull this, turn it on. So I pull out the vacuum reel, right? So when I click the receiver, which is, when I click the receiver, it reels it in. and I don't have to be at the reel. I'm doing it from back there, wherever I'm at. I did it on the remote. That's the reason I did it with the remote. At 75 feet, every time I would wash a car, if I have like 4 or 5 stops, every time I come back and I have to pull it out, reel it in, pull it out, my hand would be sore. I'm not even kidding. That's the problem I had. This is why we actually decided to build electric. So anytime I would pull it out, like this, even if it's all the way out, here, I'll just show you. I'll do it all the way out. Or, you know what, I'll just do it this much. And then I'll click the remote and it reels it in. So now let's show the vacuumer. Okay, so now what I want to show is, so you see the vacuum reel, right? I didn't pull the hose all the way out, right? And I'm just going to put the power on. That's why I connected that extension cord. So I'll show you that the suction is going to be instantly at the tip. Oh, wait. Let me connect it. Okay, forgot to connect the vacuumer. Shut it off so it's not too loud. And then I'll pull it out all the way so you can see. Okay. Come closer, Captain. So I don't know how well you can see that, but it's right there. Okay. So now let me go ahead and show you the reeling in. So on the vacuum reel, was that true? On the vacuum reel, I decided to do a switch, not a remote, because it's kind of pointless. For the way I've set up the vacuum reel over here, it's kind of, you know, in a tight space. So I have to be by the reel, kind of coordinating the hose. So let me just, people are honking all over the place. People have nothing better to do. Okay. Now, here, I'll show you how big my hose is. So, I don't take out my vacuumer, I just take out the vacuum hose. Okay? So people usually get like 2 vacuumers and they pull them in and out with like 5-6 feet of vacuum hose. For me, I don't want to do that. So, that's where we did the reel. Now, if I hit the switch, and there you go. Vacuum reel, reeled in. If I put the vacuumer on right now, there you go. I'm instantly vacuuming. I'm instantly vacuuming. My nieces and nephews are here. You can show them. Okay. Well, okay. Let me go ahead and see. Let me see if there's any comments. All right. Let me see if you guys were saying anything here. Okay. Could you hook up multiple hoses? 2 people could vacuum. I want that one too. Whoa. That's nice. Damn, that van is packed. Funny. What do you speak, totally? Ukrainian. Okay, so, and I don't know, I haven't mentioned this, but you know how everybody uses a foam gun, and they just use the little bottle and stuff. Well, I have the actual soap line. It's in the, it's too close. It's in the spiral wrap with a pressure washer hose. And it comes out right here on the side. I just gotta spin it. And it's a quick connect. It's a quick connect for my soap down here. I just use this. And it snaps in. All I have to do is just push forward. Bam. And soap is connected. When it's done, I just unhook it. And it's done. So we just modified a regular, you know, foam cannon gun. So this connects at the tip of the pressure washer gun, which is right over here. So I just built all this just to make it easier on me. You know, because let me just switch this. All right. So I don't know if anybody has any questions. You can ask me a question, and I'll try to answer. My brother-in-law, totally. And one thing I want to mention right now, actually, that I've just remembered. My battery's kind of dying. Let me put the battery on. This is about a year, I want to say. Probably more than a year that I've had this set up for my soap line. My soap line and for the reels, both of the reels. And people were saying, I think I saw previous old comments on like older videos. It would, if something were to happen, it would be a pain to fix it and maintain, basically. Well, previous video where I did was a while back when I had my pressure washer hose go out, right? So the soap line was still good when my pressure washer hose actually popped. So the pressure washer hose didn't last longer than my soap line, which was kind of funny. And as far as if I had any clogs or there was an issue with soap, there's nothing hard to I want to say diagnose, as long as you gotta find if there's a leak in the line or something, which I rarely had that. I almost never had that. So the soap line, that's been more than a year that's been going on, and it hasn't gave me any issues. With the vacuumer reel, one thing, if you suck up like toothpicks, let's say for instance, you know, because I have an elbow at the reel, so if you suck up a lot of toothpicks, it might get stuck over there, so where you would need to put the suction hose on the exhaust hose, so it kind of blows everything out, which that's a simple, easy fix and simple maintenance. Oh, hold on. I finally kind of figured out how to check to refill every time. Yeah, so that's why the soap, I don't have to refill anytime. I fill it up like once a week and a half, 2 weeks. How long have you lived here? Where have I lived? In America or in Sacramento? What's up, Totally? Hey, what's up, Twinworks? Andrew Bear got a lady in here. What? Oh, yeah. Wait, my sister? Tell Oh, yeah, my sister, Julie, in America. I came here when I was, well, actually, we came here in 93. I was 7 years old. G-Works. Shimmering. Oh, my mom. Hi. Is she married? Yeah, my sister's married. Well, how many square footage is the shop? It's only 1,000 square feet. Here. So, the most I ever fit here was like a 29-foot RV and like smaller SUVs like this lined up on one side back here. Out of it. I do details only at my shop. I stopped doing details on mobile because Monday through Friday I do maintenance washes. I mean, what do you have? Well, Monday through Friday. Here, let's go to the computer real quick. So, if I don't know if anybody knows. Oh, the King of Shine. Hey, King of Shine. No, I haven't found out who Mario is. Hold on a second. Let me see. Okay, so I actually use Google Calendar. So when I schedule my washes, ongoing customers, let me see here. Man, it's hard to hold all this. Sorry, guys, give me a minute. No, I didn't find out who Mario Andretti is. This is so dumb. I went to post trailer. Did they ever catch the thief that stole your camera, bro? No, actually, I gave them all the information. I don't know if you guys saw my vlog. I've actually had that footage for 2 years, and when my cameras got stolen, not even a week later, we found the people. Let me see here. We found the people, and I've took the camera footage that I had, and I took it to the sheriff's department, and they basically just said, well, you know what? We have 350 cases ahead of you, so we can't, just start going off of this. Once we catch up to those, 350 cases, then basically we'll start off with that. Okay, so, sorry, I don't want to, show, too much information on here, but this is Monday through Friday. Basically, if I go, let me switch this. If I do, right here, if I go to my next month, so keep switching. This is January 2018, February 2018, and it keeps going. So even if you see, let's say if I open up one right here, right, that's only one person on here, and if I go to edit event, you'll be able to see that one person has about this many vehicles. So yeah, but other than that, this is my calendar, Google Calendar. So it's synchronized on my phone, on my computers, anywhere I log in, I can share the calendar. So my wife has it. So whenever we schedule, which my wife usually does that, she always schedules everything, and I just get notified what I'm doing. That's it. Basically, I go out. But yeah, basically, I didn't get no answer from the sheriff's department on those guys that actually stole my cameras. How do you get them to sign the maintenance Washington? Is it a contract? So, anyways, what I was gonna say is, when you say contract, I don't know if everybody thinks it's actually paper contract. When I say contract, I've just done verbal contracts, and that's been going on since 2008. Anytime if you pull out papers, it kind of scares the customer a little more. So if you say, "Hey, I have an ongoing maintenance package, and I'll go out and do this. I'll wash your car. I'll do the tire dressing. I'll vacuum. I'll wipe down, and I'll clean the windows. You're going to be paying $50 per vehicle, 60 per truck." So they take it or they don't. That's their decision. But other than that, like, I had people just fill up my calendar. So Monday through Friday, I know where I'm going. And now I even have people calling me, for details or whatever, and I just have to turn away some customers because I'm I'm set on the calendar. So basically, if anytime a cancel happens or whatever, then I pull in a detail. So if anybody just curious, if you watch any of my previous vlogs, that's why sometimes I'm like at 1, 2 a.m. in the morning at the shop, because I try to work on it when I come back from mobile. And sometimes I come late from mobile, and sometimes I come a little sooner. So it helps me out with any work that I have to do at the shop still. It's nothing much to it. Michigan Sunday, have details schedule video tomorrow also. Pay you. There's I have actually I have one customer that pays me once a month, and that was just discussion. Everywhere else, even if it's ongoing basis customer, they pay me on the spot for each day. Each day I'm out there. And I bring an invoice with me every time I wash their vehicles. I get paid on the spot. I prefer that way a little more than once a month. This one in particular person just decided on its own, to have an invoice once a month, which was when I did a live stream on Monday with RV in those vehicles. Yeah, I do. They're the ones that pay me once a month. Yes, I did gift cards actually. What's up, Roman? My cousin. Groupons. I've actually I've tried and I found out information about Groupons. Get video over this topic. Oh, sorry. What? I've tried Groupon. I can't remember what's the percentage wise, but Groupon just wants too much money if you do it through Groupon, and basically it's not really worth it for you. So for me, my setup with ongoing basis customers, that's where I don't have to worry about the physical job every day, because I know I'm going to in particular customer, for each day. Still, I do wash as detail, because a lot of my customers actually don't want their interiors done if it rains. And it actually last year, yeah, he's in California. It did rain really bad last year, so it was bad last year. But I do some jobs or details in the shop when that happens. If I get a cancel out mobile or whatever, which it does happen, but it's not as often. Just because the problem is, if you don't have set contracts, and you're sitting there waking up and you're looking at the weather, right? And it shows through the week, rain here, rain there. You got 2-3 days of sun, right? That's automatically for some customers. They're gonna be like, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna do any of the services during that day because it's still supposed to rain afterwards. So you don't get you kind of get less chance of getting those customers. But if you have ongoing basis customers, when it doesn't rain that day, I'm just going off of my experience. I get those customers. I go out and wash those. I wash those vehicles. No, it doesn't snow here. It doesn't snow here. No. It gets about 10 degrees here. Where's that, Andrew? I'm sorry, I missed it. Do you do contracts or agreements? Oh, on the contracts, you scare a person if you're talking about actual paper contract. You just do verbal contracts. I talked to a person. They want to go on once a month, twice a month, 3 times a month, 4 times a month, every week. Basically, I have a lot of people that are set up every week, and I do also have every 3 weeks. I do have also every 2 weeks, and I do have people that also once a month. So when you guys see most of my videos, vlogs, when I do ongoing maintenance washes, those people are every week. But then when I don't usually vlog is those extra 3 weeks that I get another customer here and there, or every other 2 weeks that I have additional customers. So that's where I don't have a lot of time. So I'm kind of, trying to stay at work. Basically, I can't really, pull the camera out and be like, all right, I got time. Let's go ahead and show what else I got going on. Oh, that's Kentucky. You know what? There's a lot of people out here, and I'm just gonna go off the bat. I don't know. I like quality, so. Oh my gosh! Come on. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to turn on the. How many gallons of water do you use on a day? So sometimes I have to refill when I do like big rigs. I have a contract with Hillrom. That's a hospital bed servicing trucks. I guess they bring the hospital beds. They deliver those, and I go out and I wash those big rigs. So if I wash those and I wash like the motorhome, which I did on Monday, I would have to come back and fill up once. Me and my dad, we, since we've been working really well together, we figured out a way to, save water. So basically, we're not standing there just spraying the water all over the place. Oh, hey, abracadabra. I didn't hear the notification. Nice to see you going live. Just texted you. Alinas. Wait. Oh, my wife is on here. Start your business doing maintenance washes. You need you need way more subscribers. I like your channel. Thanks, Andrew. Your monthly. How many times do you go out to their vehicle? Okay. So here's the funny thing. I have a lot of high-end clients. So let me just put it this way. I have clients that are in Brooks. They want it twice a week service, and I'm not joking. I've done that too, but I've been so busy. I've been getting more customers every time, and I've had to back down, and I said I have to do once a week. So because there's people that even didn't mind paying that, and believe me when I tell you, I never believed that I could have so many people actually pay for ongoing maintenance wash. So if anybody, you guys are doubting that you can find customers, when I started off, no, I didn't have any ongoing contracts. I didn't work for a detail company. I worked at a door company. When I started my business, I had a little car, Nissan Sentra, with little stickers on the side, and I would go, do like trim polish on an old classic Mercedes, like little stuff, headlight restoration. I've actually physically started from headlight restoration, by the way. when I had that little car, and I was like, man, just headlight restoration is not going to bring in any business. I need to do more, and that's where I've actually decided doing detailing. So I do detailing, maintenance wash. I do dyes, like interior dyes. If your paint fades or something, we getting this money, and what do you make average a week? Well, that depends. I have remember that, bro. Roman, what do you remember? We do details, low G, and details, and I'll just clarify. I'd rather do wash service than a detail, but I don't turn down a detail if I have time. I will do a detail because I pretty much make the same amount of money due to how many cars I get at one stop. The lowest cars I get would be 3, but that's still, they have more cars than that, and so sometimes they choose to do 4 or 5 per family that I've got contracts. Anyone can have like not to BS or anything, but from 5 to like 10 cars. One family will have that many cars, and I'm talking about the high-end clients. And I do have people that have just like one vehicle, and I do those too. Oh, he's talking about remembering when I started with the Sentra. Oh wait, what did G-Works say? Hold on, G-Works. They talk about they only do details. We'll keep on waiting. G-Works, what are you talking about? Yes, I do ceramic coatings. CarPro. Some people car wash, but they ain't doing shit. Oh, I just went back and I saw G-Works talking about shit about getting car washes. Hey, I don't care. If somebody does do talk, smack, who cares? I don't care. I just know I know what I do, and I know my thing, and I just do it. Yeah, and I don't have to work that long, by the way. If I go out to Brooks, I work there for about 4 or 5 hours. That's like 5, 6 bills. 6 figures. Wait, what? High 6 figures? Somebody's watching live. My family over there. Hey, I hear an echo. I hear an echo back there. I'm not gonna say the exact amount, but yeah, you make over 100. Yeah, and that's if just doing the washes, which I still bring in details, but not very proud of that because it takes me way long, and I have to stay at the shop till like now, which is 7:56 Pacific Standard Time. Well, yeah. Let me just. My dad's cleaning up my mess. Sorry, Dad. Watch, they're about to turn around because they're watching live. They're waiting. Oh, sorry. Yeah, hey, sister. My sister Oksana and Toli, my brother-in-law. took you to do a maintenance wash? About 45 minutes. Yeah, there you go. G-Works had it. Is it smoky? Oh, actually yesterday, um, yeah, yesterday in Brooks, California, there's ashes flying. Literally, you're standing there, there's ashes. I washed the cars. 20 minutes later, they're all in ashes. Like it was smoky, really bad. Today is not as smoky. It's less smoky today. What do you mean, babe? What are you missing the fun? You're live. No, my wife doesn't work. Then you write everything off and you only made 40 on paper law. Well, I do. I have my company is incorporated, so you do W-2. So it's a separate income for a business and separate income for me. Believe it or not, when I started, I probably made like probably 7 grand the first year. I am located in California, Sacramento. Yes, I have an accountant, but apparently I'm going to be switching. That's just another BS. And I use QuickBooks for keeping income and expenses. That's really cool, and you write out the invoices on those as well. Do they take care of everything for you? They do QuickBooks. No, I didn't. It's a QuickBooks computer software. I didn't try the app, or you can also do online. Right now I'm kind of staying with the computer software. I'm kind of still so about online thing. I don't know if the information could get hacked or whatever, and yeah. Does write-off come in handy? Yes, they do. You do your taxes. I have somebody do my taxes. Do you take care of everything for QuickBooks? Did your dad used to wash cars when you were growing up? No, my dad was actually a welder. He welded cars. No, I'm incorporated, not LLC. What is your best form of advertisement? I actually stopped advertising, honestly. I did start off with like when I started my business, just from the quick info. I did yellow pages, which was a big mistake. 2 different type of yellow pages. Not doing that again. Word of mouth is pretty good, but mainly the website brought in a lot of customers that I didn't even know, that I didn't even see. Wait, what? Door knocking, door hangers. Oh, okay. Well, when I started off, I kind of did it differently. I made little brochures and I put it against the vehicles, and honestly, I didn't get any feedback. So I did. I don't know if you guys want. I don't want to go into all details, but the steps I've tried on advertising and doing the things, going basically to customers and people, just trying to give a brochure or whatever. It didn't work as well. I mean, you do get a customer here and there, but you're going to be doing that constantly if you're going out and just trying to find the work yourself. You got to have something like a website, and have the website SEO, or advertise it through Google AdWords. Screw me over. Yeah, Yellow Pages. Yeah, screwed me over too. What's incorporated mean? Incorporated corporation. Basically, let me just say you're protected if you're expecting a lawsuit or basically company stand on its own and I'm like an employee here. That's what it means. If you're just self-employed, you're doing W-9, and basically everything that your income is, you have to write it off and make sure you know what you're doing. Yes, you pay $100 a year and then $25 once a year to upkeep on the. Do you have to pay incorporation to upkeep on who's the SEO and the rankings? Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I've paid roughly $700 to do SEO, and that was like a little while back. I can't remember how back was. Car meets works. What? Yeah, the ranking that was all SEO on Google. They have to put codes behind your website. Yeah, just to let you know, I think online website worked the best for me, but you do have to do advertise your website. If you don't advertise it, yeah, it's not gonna really work. LLC is um, liability. LLC is different versus incorporation. And no, didn't catch those camera thieves, but I did give all the information to sheriff's department. Yeah, limited liability company. Basically, it says that you don't make any money. It's just all. Yeah, я не закупаю. Yeah, limited liability, yeah, is different versus incorporation. They can try to sue you or whatever, but they basically you're just the incorporation part works as you're working for the company. So if they go after the company, which my company is Totally Detailing Incorporated, so basically they'll have to use that name and I have to come as an employee. But if, for instance, when they do try to do that, if you go and shut down your company, basically you're not working there anymore and the company doesn't exist. Thanks, Randy. I try to listen to positive music. Um, Nothing to, because I got kids now, so you got to be careful what you listen to. Yeah, you can actually, yeah, well, see, this is kind of, if somebody plans it out, I'm going to just say, it kind of sucks. But yeah, pretty much you can open up a different company on a different name if you do incorporation. There's a difference. There's incorporated, incorporation C, S, incorporation, and there's incorporation type S or something like that. So one question I had, does anybody think I should proceed with trying to build a few of those electric reels for the vacuumer or the pressure washer? Yes, G-Works. Yes, ANA, professional service. Go for it. King or sign. Um, okay, auto detailing. Are you planning to stay with one van? Or are you trying to add another detailing van? See, this is the thing. If you find the right employees, people, yes. But as far as trying to get another second van right now and then look for employees, uh, that's the risk I don't want to take because I'm good where I'm set right now. Because a lot of people, like G-Works mentioned before on A&A Professional Services Live, there's a lot of people that screw you in the long run if you don't find the right people. So right now, I make a good living. I'm just staying with one van. So, and one day, the most cars I washed. It's kind of hard to say right now, but I've actually washed about 13 by myself when I did the vlog where my last two employees left, and I was saying how long I can last. I've actually I go out a lot earlier just to get that done. So, but yeah, it gets tiring for that many vehicles. But I'm pretty sure I've done more than that with employees because I've actually had a bigger contract like ADT. Where that would be like a fleet wash. It's not like a maintenance wash. Where maintenance wash, I call it as a little higher cleaning. So the fleet wash, I've done like 35, 37 vehicles because they got like probably around 40 cars. Those minivans, those Ford Transit Connect. Business. Yeah, G-Works. A lot of people can screw you, but then there was a lot of good people. Like Patrick was really good. It kind of sucks that he left, but can't do nothing about it. He wanted to be either a police officer or a mechanic, which a mechanic position opened up and he took it. So what do you mean auto detailing? The vacuum reel could not work so much. I have a mastic. Yeah, but just to point it out, the ADT, I stopped doing that. It wasn't worth it for me. Yeah, Patrick was a really cool guy. Yes, I do work out of my shop too. I try to do details at the shop. I do like paint correction or ceramic coatings. Or like we did the fundraiser car wash, which we did at the shop on Saturday. Because Saturdays I don't work and Sundays. I just work Monday through Friday. I'm guessing it was it Shimmering Rides? What's a good price for a fleet wash, bro? Well, I've started off at 12, I think, on ADT for just exterior, and then I did 15. So they agreed, but as far as I guess, it just kind of depends on the area you are, and depends on how big the vehicle is. I don't know if you guys know what the Ford Transit Connect is. It's one of those smaller cars, commercial vehicles. I rent my shop. Ceramic coating. Getting into ceramic coating. Oh, if you're doing a ceramic coating, okay, the new cargo vans. No, the smaller ones. Not the, there's transit. There's big transit, and there's smaller ones. It's Ford Transit Connect. The newer ones are Ford Transit, and those are the big ones. They're like those are the Mercedes Sprinter looking kinds. So on ceramic coating, I would recommend you would have to do a paint correction first, because if you're using the if you're using CarPro UK ceramic coating, it actually hardens up within a minute when you apply it. So you kind of have to know what you're doing first, because if you're using the US version, it doesn't have a hardener, so it doesn't harden up right when you apply. You can do the whole car, wipe it off, and it'll come off like butter. But if you use the UK version, you apply one panel, one fender, or whatever, within a minute. If you don't wipe it, it's gonna be gooey, like when you're wiping it off. It gets hard. So you use one of those sod applicators. They get hard afterwards. No, I don't. I paid for the software, QuickBooks, and that's it. But as far as using it online, you have to pay monthly. You know what? I got the program a very long time ago, but I believe it's like $150 or something, maybe less now. So, if anybody's interested to see the what happens to the applicators, one of those orange towels after you do C quarts, it gets hard. I'll show you. So, if no one knows what C quartz is, this is C quartz right here. This is the ceramic coating, UK version. C quartz, CQ, UK version. So this is the applicator pad. You do it over a little foam block. You go like this. You do about 5. Well, first time you do about 10 drops. Afterwards, you can do about 5-6 drops to apply, and you just work back and forth motion, overlap it. So this is how the cloths are, right? It's all flimsy and soft, right? Look what happens after you do the job. Can you hear that? It's knocking. It's hard. So the C-quartz does really good for protection. And this is and this is the same towel. UK version is better because it does a better job of protecting. I mean, according, to this, how this dries out, on US version, this doesn't happen to the applicator pads, or whatever you want to call them, towels. I have some videos where I don't know how many videos already I got, but I did have videos where I've had a discussion how I actually started. I just don't remember. I like the UK version better. Yep, I like the UK's version. There is a lot of competition here, but I got interrupted back there. I've actually have customers sometimes, I guess. Some people don't really stick with the quality, and I guess some people, I don't know if they're not into detailing, or they don't enjoy what they do, so they rush it or they mess something up. And I've had customers that tell me like, okay, I had this guy do it before, and it didn't work so well, so they called me, and I've had that a lot of times that happen. But then also one of the things is I've also done a lot of paint correctional. Sometimes even well, actually, all of them so far came messed up from a dealer. I guess dealers have their own like people set in the back where they kind of polish your car or whatever. And there was a lot of black cars that came back to me with swirl marks, and I would have to polish that out. So, and that's somehow I get customers like that too. No, don't do it outside. Do it inside the garage in a cool weather. Okay, abracadabra. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can actually get it on Amazon or eBay. There's a couple things I can point out right now. There is a 50 mil and there's a 30 mil pack. 30 mil is only small cars. If you're planning to do a truck SUV, you have to get the 50 mil because you're not going to have enough. And the other two is US version and UK version. But if you guys are all really serious about ceramic coatings, you got to do a little more homework, because there's a lot of steps you got to do before you apply it. So there's Iron X. There's a 3-stage. Well, you don't have to do a 3-stage. You have to do the paint correction, and then you apply that, and then afterwards you have to actually apply reload for water effect to not get any water spots. a video that will post body shop compounding, polishing vehicle while it was dirty, plus raining. I'll check them out if you get a chance. Who is it? Erica. Okay. Make sure you do ceramic coating inside the garage door. Go inside. Roll wheel. A couple of cheesy videos. I'll check them out. Yeah, G-Works. That's the one thing that gets to me when people buff a car, and they leave a whole bunch of compound in between the door jambs, fender, hood. I don't understand. Why can't you just start off with compounding the vehicle somewhere in the center of a panel and spread it out, you know, and don't go over the line. Stop at the line, or unless it's like you're almost low on compound. There's not a lot of compound. You need to work a very close section. That's how I do it. But anytime you apply compound and you just directly go for the gap in between, and you're just gonna leave a whole bunch of compound back there. Yeah, and that was the fundraiser for this church and then the senior home that we did Saturday. Have anybody heard the saying, I don't want to say cheap person pays double, or greedy person they pays double, because they try to find, you know, the cheapest and better quality, but don't really, know the the quality, and then they get screwed up, so now they have to find someone to actually get it fixed. So you pay double. Yeah, you get what you pay for. Yeah, King of Shine. What do you mean to remove ceramic coating? To apply ceramic coating? Because within 2 years, it pretty much wears off. But if you do a cutting compound over ceramic coating, you're just gonna take it off. Man, $175 to polish a whole car, that's cheap. Yeah. To diesel a car that got the driver door painted and the front fender because others couldn't do it. I found look the bottom rocker. Yeah. $175, no auto body shop. I tell him I'm going to. I tell them to go to them because actually that's true, G-Works. Anytime people say, when they ask me a price and they go, well, this person told me this much, and I'll be doing the same thing. I'm like, hey, just go to them. And then guess what? You get a call back. But actually, there is some body shops that actually do a good job. Not a lot, but it all depends on, you know, how they take the quality. Yeah. That's why when I do a buff job, that's why I set up all these lights on the side. Across right there. So you can actually see it when you have a vehicle in here and across. And then from the back, it's right there on top of the gate. So you can actually see what you're doing. Should memorize that. It's so true. Especially when the sun hits it perfectly when you see a vehicle on the road. It's all a lot of black cars out there too. Most customers don't know what the body shop is doing, but you get what you pay for. Yeah, because body shops don't have time to do it correctly with the 3-stage. So they just run a compound and that's it. And especially when they use a rotary polisher, you have to do the 2-3 stages. And when you don't do that, you get the swirl marks behind because you're supposed to use glaze afterwards to get all imperfection out. Wash the vehicle, wax the vehicle. Yeah. Yeah, if you just wax it, if if you just wax it, you're pretty much just covering it up for. Meanwhile, you're supposed to use glaze, like swirl remover. Thought you couldn't put a buffer. No, you can't put a buffer on a ceramic coating. You were asking if you wanted to remove it, so I was letting you know that you do a compound, and that's how you would remove it. You're not supposed to, because it lasts for 2 years. No, I've actually removed it with a compound. I've done it. And when it's fresh, like if you're applying it fresh, like I told you earlier, it kind of peels off like goo, like sticky glue. But once it sits there and cures, yeah, good luck. You're not going to be able to do that. Uh-oh. My wife is showing the time at home. Chemical actually costs more to take it off to apply it. So, for auto detailing, I haven't had a customer that came and said, "Hey, remove the ceramic coating." I don't know what would be the reason to remove the ceramic coating, because it does a really awesome job. I've done a ceramic coating on my oh my gosh, I can't remember which video it was, but one of the videos that I know I had on it say, "Did dealer really do this?" And that was the video before that one. On each of my videos, I have a link to my next video and the previous video. So whatever's before that, I think that's when I did the ceramic coating for that GMC. Well, actually, so I don't know if you guys ever saw my video when I did the ceramic coating on a black Audi, but I haven't had, I didn't do the actual, I'll catch you next time. All right, King of Shine. I'll see you later. So anyways, I've done an Audi. I did a ceramic coating, but I didn't, didn't show the how I did it. But I had an experience. I'm pretty sure it can. Yeah. So I'm getting to there. Yeah, you can scratch through it just like clear coat. But with the water spots, I've had an experience where the customer, when I did the ceramic coating, he had remodeling going on in his house, so he wasn't able to park his cars in the garage. So he would park in the street, and there was a lot of sprinklers. So it was in the 3 digits. It was in the summertime, and the vehicle got hit with the sprinklers, right? So it got hit so bad, and I couldn't get to him, faster. So I think I got to him like in 2 weeks. To get the water spots removed. And the sucky thing is, since it was so hot, I think it just baked on really well, because it was like in the 3 digits. And when I was trying to buff it, which I didn't have a lot of time, and then there's also chemical treatment to remove water spots, and it didn't want to remove them as fast, if that makes sense. It was amazing. And basically, I was like, okay, I told the customer that I was going to come back next week, and we would go at it again because I had more time. I just didn't have enough time that day. And so when I get there next week to do the water spot removal, and it's in the garage pretty much. So I guess once it cools down, it heals itself. I don't know what the case is. But we pull out the car in the sun, right? And the water spots were a lot on the hood. And as soon as we pull that out in the sun and we're looking, me and Patrick, when Patrick still worked, and the actual customer wasn't in there, because when I go out to my customers' homes, they don't even deal with me anymore. They just have everything set up ready, and I just get the keys and I just go and do my thing. So I pull it out and I'm like, and when I was set up to go fix it, right, we didn't have another discussion like, hey, okay, totally, so are you coming to fix my car? I'm just set. I go out because it's my ongoing basis customer. So I just go out there and I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh my God, I think he took it somewhere to get it fixed. He was probably being impatient. So I get the phone. I'm like, hey, Ron. His name is Ron. Like, did you take the Audi to get the water spots removal? He's like, no, totally. You did it last time and that's it. I'm like, so you didn't take it nowhere? No, I sat in the garage the whole time. I'm like, okay, Ron, was there water spots when we were leaving last time? He said, yes, there was. Because I walked him and I showed it to him and I was like, we have to, fix them next week. And I was like, okay, that's what I saw. And then Patrick, I'm like, Patrick, was there water spots? He goes, yes, totally, there was water spots. So like, Patrick, so do you see any water spots? He goes, no. Then Ron comes out, he's like, weird. No, I don't see any water spots. So I don't know if it's only water spots that kind of vanish, disappear. But as far as scratches, I didn't, I don't think it would work the same way. I'm pretty sure it would get scuffed up and swirl marks or whatever, just like clear coat. But it does have some kind of, I guess, I don't know. It just corrected all the water spots that was on there that I saw previously, and then when I come out the next time, it wasn't there. But I was trying to polish it, so I don't know if that actually did something or not. Yeah. I think I had experience with C-chords or something like that. The video was called. I'm not really sure what it was. Yeah, you can buff it, but it's going to be wearing it off. So like I explained earlier, like you have glue on it, right? So when you polish it, when you're using compound, it rubs it off. Like it just disappears when you get to the clear coat. One thing I'll tell you right now, when you do the paint correctional that I've learned, do not wax it. Do not wax it or do not use glaze. Because when you do the compound, you still have to use eraser, which is a step where it removes all the grease from the actual compound. So when you polish a car, when you compound it, try to use a DA polisher, because if you use a rotary polisher, you're going to put in swirls. But the funny thing is, when you do that, even put in swirl marks with a rotary polisher, when you apply it, it darkens up the color like you waxed it, so you won't be able to see those swirls. But I still would recommend doing a DA polisher if you're going to be doing just a one-step compound, if you don't know how to use the rotary polisher. All right, see you auto detailing. Yeah. For if you're talking about car wise, you should be charging around $800. That's starting price. Because you have to do a very good inspection after you do the correction stage, and if you miss anything behind, you'll put that layer over it, and it won't be as easy to fix it or remove it unless you have to start pretty much from scratch. You have to take off all the film so you can correct it, and then you would have to reapply the ceramic coating. So you want to make sure you actually do all the right steps before you apply the ceramic coating. And don't try not to wax it or glaze it, because you're gonna see wax sometimes has a glossier side versus another if you don't like apply wax evenly. And once it's underneath, and when you're gonna see that certain lighting from the sun, you'll be able to see it sometimes. So it's not like, you know, it's not that noticeable, but I guess for me, I just you know, inspect it thoroughly, and I just kind of see those things. Yeah. It's a starting price, Roman. You start at $100. Um, so let me just clarify. Vehicle is going to be in a good condition, and that's the starting price. Because what you're doing is, you just, when you do the compound, even if you don't have a lot of scratches or swirls, you just kind of want to get the naked part of the clear coat, so you don't have any contaminants like from trees, any elements from the air. So you do the clay bar, you do the compound, and then you still have to do eraser. Let me see if I can. I don't have it. Anyways, there's another. It's another product. I just don't have it, but it's pretty much water mixed with rubbing alcohol. You have to wipe the whole vehicle after you buffed it, so you don't get any grease behind, because you want to adhere to the actual clear coat. You don't want any grease in between. Some guys doing it outside, but it was stuck inside. I didn't realize it was dry, so you got to learn how to apply it, how to remove it. Yes, that's true. So, so now since you mentioned that, yeah, I guess if somebody would screw it up, if somebody were to screw it up, then yeah, you would have to remove it. But yeah, compound worked. And the other thing is, what they're talking about is the eraser. If you're talking about the chemical, which I don't even buy the eraser, because I know what it is. It's isopropyl, which is rubbing alcohol. And this one is 91%. So what you do is you mix it with water, and you spray a you spray a microfiber towel, and you just wipe the car lightly. That's what you got to use to remove it. That's why it's called eraser. Yeah, Car Pro just came up with a lot of stuff. Yeah, 50/50. So if you're, just to let you know, if you are planning on doing ceramic coating, you definitely have to have lights set at the side where you're actually physically seeing everything. Because like, who was it? Yeah, like Auto Detailing mentioned. Yeah, if guys don't know how to, when they apply and they screw it up and it's all underneath, it's visible. Yeah, you can use eraser, or you can use a rubbing compound. I don't know what you guys prefer to use, but for instance, for me, what works is McGuire's Ultra Cut Compound. This gallon is like $80. And then the ultra finishing polish, which is what I was mentioning. I was saying it's the glaze. It's removing all the imperfection. But you don't want to do the second step or the third step, glaze or the wax. You don't want to do if you're doing ceramic coating. Because basically, if you do, let me just put it out there so I guess it'll make some more sense for you. If you do apply wax or you apply glaze, you're still going to be removing it when you do the eraser, the chemical. Do a video like the whole step by step. Yeah, there's a lot of steps that you have to do before you apply ceramic coating. So when you wash it, you have to clay it. Okay, but before you see, I missed a step. Before you wash it, you spray Iron X on your vehicle. It's gonna turn purple, and you're gonna see a whole bunch of purple stuff just coming out. When there's purple stuff, that means that there's iron coming off your car. There's iron in the air, so when the elements hit your car and it dries out and it sits there, you want that removed. So anything between the clear coat and the ceramic coating, it's not going to allow it to last those 2 years. It's going to just wear off sooner. So if you do the wash, you got to spray the Iron X. Before you do that, you can rinse the vehicle first, spray the Iron X, it'll start to turn purple, foam it, wash it. When you wash it, do the clay kit procedure. I've seen a lot of people do clay bar with the wash. I wouldn't recommend it as much because if you do have some dust, you're just going to attract a lot of dust into your clay bar right away, and you're going to have to do a lot of rolling up the bowl, redoing the clay bar so you can continue doing the clay bar process. After that, you gotta do the compound stage. After you do the compound stage, you gotta do the eraser, which is you gotta remove any grease for the final process of applying the ceramic coating. Yeah, it's worth it. $800. You charge $800 when you don't have to take care of any swirls or scratches. You should be charging more if you still have to spend time on removing the scratches and swirl marks. Oh, and one more thing, when you buy them, yeah, it's a long process. When you do buy them, they do expire. The ceramic coating, it has, let me see here. So when you do buy them, that was loud. See, this is the old one, right? That I had. Bottle. This one is year 2015 to 2016. This is the old one, old bottle. So this one, 2016 to 2017, which is October 24th. So yeah, they all expire if you don't use it up right away. One car. All right, see you, G-Works. So I can't rack up. No, G-Works, they expire. Thanks for the info, bro. Good night, peace out. All right, shimmering rides. See ya. So there's two bottles. There's 30 mil and there's 50 mil. $30 mil is for a small car. 50 mil is for a bigger vehicle like a truck, SUV. I don't know how well it's gonna see. 30 mil. This is just by itself bottle, or you can get 30 mil with reload, or you can get 50 mil. 50. It's probably showing backwards because I'm using my front-facing camera. I never heard of jade quartz ceramic coating. I didn't try to figure out about any other coatings. There's also McGuire's coating too, I've heard. There's also, can't remember what's the other name. There's quite a bit of ceramic coatings out there, but since I've compared the US version ceramic coating to a UK version, and I saw the difference where they don't have a hardener in it, it doesn't harden up afterwards. That's why I stuck with the Sea Quartz UK version, just because I don't know if anybody else saw. I'll show you guys again. I don't know if anybody else saw. So this applicator has been already used, right? I use this to apply ceramic coating. So this is like cardboard, and this is how it is. It's like a soft towel. And look at this. Now it's hard. This is how it dries out, the ceramic coating on a vehicle. Hey Leroy, detailing. Thanks for checking out my channel. Oh, hey Leroy, are you subscribed? Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, I kind of try to just, I pretty much do a little more vlogging than actual, like, physical, talking a lot or explaining or, doing just just basic vlog. Thanks, Leroy. Love you too, babe. Babe, are the kids not sleeping yet? Twist, like making a little fun video, plan out a trip, you know, do the setup, man, put a bucket in front of it, right, walk through and just fall. So anyways, definitely about my electric reels on the vacuum reel and my pressure washer reel. I'll definitely try to put a link to this video once it's posted. I think it's, I forget what it was. Auto detailing vent update, equipment update, or darn it. Okay, I'm totally lost right now. I think somebody commented on here before. Let's see. Okay, I was trying to go back and see what was the title. Auto detail vent update, I think. I'm not really sure. Yeah, but I also did another video where I updated because I didn't have the electric vacuum reel. And then when I've added the vacuum reel electric, and then I did another video. It was an auto detailing van setup and meet the crew. And then I called it auto detailing van setup update, or maybe that's what it was, auto detailing van setup update. Time to go home, dude. Hey, City, what's up, man? What's up, Siri? Yeah, I look tired. Do you see where I'm at right now? I'm at the shop. What time is it right now? 9:06. I gotta be up early tomorrow as well. That's gotta put that grind in. Sergi coming to my shop. Well, I think I'm gonna sign off here in a bit. I don't know. Does anybody else have any questions that I can answer? So most likely, definitely, I'm gonna try to proceed with building some of those electric vacuum reels and electric pressure washer hose reel. All right, peace out, Roman. Thanks, Leroy. All right, guys. I think nobody else has any questions. Whoever liked this little live stream, make sure please to hit that like button. If anybody's not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. I'm waiting. I'll still be here. Go ahead and subscribe. Alright guys, I think I'm going to be signing off here. I appreciate you guys for checking out my channel. As always guys, stay beautiful, stay positive, be blessed. I'll see you guys in the next video. This is a live stream, so you know. This is one of the things that's kind of weird for me on the live stream because, you know, the whole nonsense of moving the camera around, you know, I can't cut nothing. That's why I kind of like to upload a video, edit. It's kind of like my hobby, I guess. Peace out.